Hello.
Hi.
Alright, a lot's going down. I'm gonna try to explain it. This is cinnamon and sugar. This is about twice as much as necessary. I threw away like half of that. So instead of 4 tablespoons, you can go with 2. And then this is for the chocolate frosting. A cup of sugar. I think it was 4 tablespoons, quarter cup of chocolate powder. And I threw away maybe a quarter of that, but I probably could have gotten away with just using half of that. And then that was 2 tablespoons of butter. That's the only dairy in this, so you could just use coconut oil or another saturated fat like palm oil or something. And then this would be totally vegan. So then I added water slowly until I started with 2 tablespoons of water, and then I ended up thinning it out with I think another tablespoon or 2, as you will see. So fried versus baked. This is a lot like the chicken video, which is me saying I don't know if I'm even making it right, so it's kind of silly to speculate, but you know what, here we are, let's do it. I thought they looked identical. Like in the pictures you can't tell the difference when you looking at the baked ones, they're obviously lighter and not golden like the fried ones, but once you top them and stuff, they just look identical. As far as flavor, I slightly maybe preferred the baked ones, but these don't taste like regular donuts. Like, they're not fluffy because they don't have eggs, and because it's pizza dough, the dough, I would assume that regular donuts have sweeter dough regardless of the topping, so it's not what I would imagine the texture to be, and the flavor is not super sweet either. However, I've really been wanting to do this with pizza dough since we always have pizza dough, and it was totally worth it, and it was essentially making a shitload of donuts for, maybe less than $2, because I could have used less topping stuff and it would have worked out. So that's my take. My take is baking them would have been the cheapest option without really a big difference on the flavor. What's your opinion?
On the flavor or what?
Yeah, on baked versus fried. Or these donuts in general.
Fried ones were slightly better, but the texture definitely wasn't quite like a donut.
It's just like too dense, too thick, right?
Yeah. Too thick. It's it's like bread.
Because it's not like fluffy.
Yeah.
If I really had a wild hair up my ass and was like, I want to make more of these pizza dough donuts, would you be like, would you eat some or would you stop?
I like those, the donut holes, when you just coated them with like the sugar, cinnamon stuff.
You like that better?
Yeah, those were good.
Since this made a ton, we put some in the fridge and ate them the next day, and I thought those tasted way better. I don't know why. I'm not gonna speculate.
You also like leftover pizza.
I do. You say that, and my first you say leftover pizza, my first reaction is, damn, that sounds good. Which is weird. That's weird, because that just doesn't really seem that weird. I don't know if I overcooked them. I just don't know. I'm not.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay. That looks different than the fried ones, but as far as taste, I don't really taste a big difference. And I was going nuts with the chocolate sauce because chocolate sauce is delicious, and because I had way more than I needed. Like I said, make like half the amount or less, I feel like I need to mention something. Egg-free? Egg-free donuts. Cheap as fuck, convenient. Lifetime supply. The picture with all those donuts in the picture, that doesn't even show you, there's still a third of the donuts not photographed because I couldn't fit them all in a picture. This made a shitload of fucking donuts. Fuck yeah. Look, you're a baker. Donuts sound cool, so you could do a donut stand instead of a lemonade stand, and you'd probably get more takers. And since this only cost you probably like $2 if you do it the cheap route, man, you could make like $500 in a day. Something else that's awesome. Nothing else is awesome. I like jelly-filled donuts, or like donuts with pudding inside. No regrets. So you'd eat these again or no?
Just make me the powdered sugar ones.
Right on. Yeah, that shit's easier.
It's kind of like funnel cake.
Hooray!
Yeah.